Everybody. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Um, I'm not sure what this message is gonna be about yet. So, oh yeah. So I brought my notebooks with me. So first thing we're gonna do is see an angel number for you guys. So I'm just gonna flip to any page, and we are on page influential double digits. So some of you could be master number 11, 22, 33. I think it's only 11 and 22. Looking up why your soul chose to come to earth is significant. So you get your birthday and you go back 9 months, right? And that's when you were activated, I guess, So yeah, that's when your soul was conceived. Go back to your conceived date, and that's when when your soul chose to drop in. Something about that. Okay. 77 could be significant. These are just like affirmations here. 44 could be significant. Not affirmation. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Walking through fire, my head underwater, I'm trying to learn to breathe. Maybe that's what the message is, because I did my makeup like fire today. So maybe it's about walking through fire with your head underwater, trying to learn to breathe. Oh yeah, okay, so this is my notebook, and I'm just gonna flip through something and read to y'all the page. Ooh, okay. So this could be an affirmation, or this is a spell that I wrote for myself, okay? So I release control and I allow divine timing to unfold. I surrender to my evolution, knowing that every pause has a purpose. My intuition is clear, trustworthy, and sacred. I am safe to feel, to hear, and to follow the voice within. I no longer carry the weight of injustice. I trust that divine order is always at work, even when I cannot see it. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sharice. Okay, so I forgive myself for not what I did. Wait, I forgive myself for what I did not know then. I am free from the guilt and fear from the past. Rest is my rebirth. Hello. Let me see. I honor my body's need to pause, and I allow healing to happen in stillness. I am safe, I am seen, I am guided. I surrender to my healing and I rise with my grace. So that was just a spell that I used for myself whenever I was having a really rough time trying to surrender, right? So what surrendering looks like? Surrendering looks like wanting to do something, or basically it's wanting your plan to surpass God's plan, the universe, source. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Our creator. Okay? So allow that plan to basically overpass anything else. And what it has to overpass or overcome is your plan, is what you thought your life would look like. Thank you so much for the likes. But yeah, it's what you thought your life would look like. It's what job you thought you would have. It's what career you thought you would have. It's that relationship that you thought you would have. God said, no, I got somebody better for you. Now, as a human, when that happens, it feels like the world is coming down. I know. Some of y'all, you had a plan to get rich so you can provide for your family, so you can share it amongst your family. God said, no, I would not open them doors to wealth, because they're going to run in and take it before you can even share it. I don't know who I'm talking to. If you know that you have been, your soul feels like wealth is where your home is, and you know that something needs to die in order for you to be rebirthed into that wealth template, half the time it's going to be your family. It's going to be your family. Whenever you are someone like me, whenever you are someone who lives authentically, anybody who does not live authentically, anybody who judges themselves for their own creativity, for their own, anybody who hates himself, they're going to look at you and be like, what the fuck is you doing? Why are you living so free? And why are you so beautiful while you doing it? And why the fuck I hate you so much? But why I can't stop watching? I'm telling you, they can't stop. And it's because of the magnetic frequency of authenticity. Something happens when you choose to finally stand up for yourself. Something happens when you choose to stop masking. Something happens when you choose to say fuck it. I mean, something happens to you. Basically, what my version of authenticity is, loving yourself enough to be yourself. The people who are masking, the people who are, you know, they were taught that being themselves is bad. They don't love themselves, guys. We're taught not to love ourselves. This is not me trying to insult you. Like, if you know you don't love yourself enough to be authentic, this is not me trying to insult you. This is me trying to get you to recognize. Okay? You don't love yourself if you reject yourself and you choose to hide, to sugarcoat, to do whatever. Because what you're telling yourself is, you're looking at yourself and you're saying, you're not good enough. And actually, you're bad. So if you're rejecting a part of yourself, but you want to be wealthy, babe, wealthy people believe that they're worthy of wealth. You don't even think that you are worthy of taking off the fucking mask. Be for real. So, I mean, it's going to be a hard pill. If you're a truth seeker, if you're a truth teller, you are a hard pill. I know I'm a hard pill. I know I'm a hard pill. But guess what? If I didn't love you enough to want you to free yourself, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. Okay? So I want you guys to picture yourself being okay with fully being how you are, with fully being where you are, with fully being, be okay fully with being who you are. Okay? That's going to be the most important thing here when it comes to wealth. Yeah. What I've realized is, and maybe this is why I had to read this control thing here. What I've realized is I get paid more whenever I rest. Like, I get paid more whenever I do not chase. I get paid more when I'm not over-explaining. I get paid more when I say, you know what, I don't feel like it today, so I'm not going in. I get paid more. And I need you guys to hear me, right? The channel that you're on is the Kiana frequency. My name means to radiate love. I get paid more when I radiate love. I get paid more when I love you enough to speak the truth to you. I get paid more. I need y'all to hear that. So the frequency of chasing is desperation. And when you see a homeless person on the street, and they're in that energy of desperate, most people drive past them. Most people walk past them. When you in the energy of looking and searching and chasing and what is the block and what am I doing wrong? When you're in the energy of, well, I'm looking for a man. Listen, when you look for yourself, you emit a frequency that makes people want to look for you. I don't think y'all hear me. When you study yourself, you emit a frequency of people wanting to study you. This is why when I go out in public, I get stares. This is why friends turn into mentors, mentorship, right? It's so hard for me just to have a regular friend. They always want me to mentor them. If you have always met people, been in situations, been in dynamics where you were the caretaker, where you were the instructor, the director, the emotional safety, whatever, if you were always that person, you here for a reason. Okay? So I need you guys to... Oh, Michael Henderson, hello, baby. Thank you so much for being here. He's here on the live, guys. You know, as always, I'm going to say this just because you're here. As always, guys, you're going to get a live reading for about 40% off from a normal reading. So if ever I'm on live, even if you're seeing this, the recorded version after, whenever I'm on live, hop on live, because, you know, it's going to go from $55 to $33, I mean to $22. So that's like I don't know if that's half or what, but it's a major discount, okay, on my readings. Now, let's get into the energy. Let me see what I can pick up psychically from you guys. I will say this. I mean, I do feel the energy of needing to hear that. Needing to hear that desperate energy repels. Needing to hear that you're okay to rest. Needing to hear that you are safe to receive when you rest. Needing to hear that in your rest is when you receive. So why would you guys need to hear that? It feels like you're at a point in your life, and when people meet me, they're always at a point in their life, right? As a doula for death and rebirth, I meet people when they're in transition. I meet people in the sacred in-between space, when they don't know who they are anymore. When they lost a fucking divorce and they don't know who they are other than a wife. And I have to show them who they are, right? And transport them to that rebirth stage where you pop out again, right? They lost the job that they was working at and they was loyal to for 14 years, and now they trying to figure out, well, what does money mean to me, and why do I let money define me, and why do I feel like I'm not shit if I don't have money in my pocket? And I have to tell them, well, you're broke because you believe that money is your worth. So until you know that you are your worth, money will always show you your worth. Now, I need you guys to really understand that when people come to me, I don't speak to people. I don't talk. This is why I said any friends that I have, they want me to be their mentor. They want to copy me. They want me to do their makeup. They want me to, you know, it's never them having something else to bring to the table. It's never them teaching me. It's always me teaching them. So this is why you have to be really careful, because when you have a heart like mine, you tend to overgive. You tend to be nice and be nice genuinely. I'm somebody who was nice genuinely. It took me a while to figure out, like, oh, well, normally people want things in exchange for their kindness. And this is why people may take advantage of me, or this is why people may think that I am a facade, because, well, how can you be confident and nice? How can you be loving and not play with bullshit? How can you be you? I am multidimensional. I am many things. So I need you guys to really, really hone in on this. If you're hearing this, you are in a sacred in-between space. You are in the space where doing what you used to do isn't working anymore. Either something stopped non-negotiably, right? A chapter of your life was done non-negotiably, or you chose to walk away. or you was kicked to the curb. I'm just gonna say that. Because whenever you get to a point in your life where the shit that you used to do ain't working no more, the people you used to be around, you don't feel the connection no more. The men you used to fuck with, it ain't hitting no more. The women you used to be with, it just sound like a dog talking. The job that you at, you don't like it no more. It pay good, but you don't feel good at it no more. That's when people come to me. When they want the relationship, but it don't feel good no more, that's when people come to me. What I'm going to tell them and what I'm going to tell y'all now on this live is, it's happening for a reason. You're in this space for a reason. You don't know who you are, or you're searching because your soul knows that you have took off the garments of your old self. You took off the shirts with the holes in them. You took off the pants with the rips in them. You took off the dirty jeans. You took off the beat up Air Force. You took off the shit that you used to wear, right? But you're still trying to figure out, well, what does my higher self wear? How does my higher self act? Well, I used to be insecure, so how does my confident self act? You're trying to figure it out. And here's a hint. A hint is going to be, you're tired for a reason. Sit your ass down. You angry for a reason. Too many people done crossed your boundaries. You're sad for a reason. You've been carrying it for too long. You irritated for a reason. You're overstimulated. You're over sensory. There needs to be calmness. There needs to be darkness. There needs to be just patience for yourself. There needs to be a zone out. There needs to be a 5-minute meditation. If you're irritated, there needs to be something, because you're overwhelmed and you cannot take any more energy, right? Your emotions are God's plan. Your desires are God's plan. The things that you feel that you want or that you desire are God's plan. Use discernment when you're hearing me. When I speak about desire, I'm not speaking about something that makes your coochie tingle, motherfucker. I'm speaking about what makes your heart light up. What makes you happy for no reason. That's the key that God put in you, that source put in you, Allah, whatever you believe. I don't give a fuck what you believe. That's the key that our Creator put in you so you could find your way as a human when you forget who you are as a soul. What makes you light up? Know who you are. And if you don't know, can y'all hear me? Because I just got a call from somebody. That shit gets on my nerves. Basically, what I was saying was, follow the feeling, right? If you're looking for love, but when you go on the date, you feel a gap in the connection. You feel like you have to over talk because they're under talking. You know, like y'all could tell. Y'all could tell. So if the feeling isn't right, if you ask the guy, well, how are you? And if you're asking him all the questions, obviously he don't give two shits about who you are. You can feel that. So follow the feeling when it comes to getting out of the lower vibrationals, getting out of the shame, guilt, anger, apathy, the not feeling, the numbness, getting out of the lower vibrational emotions, and then getting up into the higher vibrational emotions, which is acceptance, accepting your life, accepting who you are, gratitude, peace, love. When you're moving into the higher frequencies, when all you knew was, you know, the lower ones, there's going to have to be something grand that happens. You're not going to know who you are. And that's when people come to me. And that's when I tell them, well, you can find out who you are by listening to your heart. And normally they look at me like, And that's what I have to say, call me. Okay? And that's what I'm going to tell you guys. Call me if you need further guidance. I love you guys so much. Goodbye. Let's end this.